Wait a minute, y'all can't see my panties. Y'all see my panties? Y'all see my panties? Okay, good. It's holding that dick, bitch. You know I'm man whore, bitch. If I ain't nobody in this world, I am Judge Mandy Man whore tonight. Thank you for that name, niece. Thanks, bitch. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All my VIP people, have you had your cupcakes from Keon? Bitch, those cupcakes are sickening, bitch. Where's Keon? Keon, where you at? Bitch, them cupcakes is sickening. Oh, y'all ain't getting no cupcake? Y'all ain't getting no cupcake? Keon, you got your... Wait a minute, Craig, what? Ain't no more? Well, ain't no more cupcake?
The supply got a little low.
Well, bitch, where my cupcake? Oh, okay, I'm all right then. Sorry, niece. Y'all gonna have to order them, bitch. Them shits. Now listen, can you guys attest that these are the best cupcakes in Atlanta? Bitch, some cupcakes good. Bitch, I'm fat, bitch. That's why I got 2 legs right here, bitch, for the cupcakes. All right, okay, there I go. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go.
What's up?
Here I go.
What you tell them?
Keon, let them know that you are accepting food stamps right now. Yes, God. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Keon Cupcakes, bitch, for sponsoring tonight's show. He's the reason why you guys have cupcakes. So tell them, bitch, about your cupcake place.
We are on 2630 Rainbow Way, Sweet C. We are the only bakery in Atlanta that sells EBT4.
Say that louder, people in the back. Say it louder.
We take motherfucking food stamps for designer cakes. Don't act like you don't motherfucking have it, because I know everybody got that shit.
And if you don't got, I'm buying some from you, okay? All right, so did you give everybody that you're supposed to have cupcakes? Okay. They say they need cupcakes over there?
Now listen, they must
Hey,
have
don't
a
watch
VIP
those lights.
wristband.
Hey. Watch those lights, baby. Watch those lights. Listen, Caleb, you come every week. Don't knock the lights over, daughter. Hey, y'all don't knock over the lights, bitch. Don't knock the lights over. We still got a show to do.
Remember, you must have a VIP wristband to get one. VIP wristband.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get the show started. Ladies and gentlemen, please get in your places because we're about to get the show started.
Y'all, I am in Vegas now and I am exhausted. You hear me? I am here with my wife, my mother-in-law, and my wife's best friend. Child, oh my God, and they all Virgos. Virgos are worrisome as hell to me because they want to figure every goddamn thing out. You hear me? And oh God, oh Jesus, I be like, you don't have to know everything. Every problem is not meant to be solved. Let some shit go. Let the next person figure it out, babe. But before we get into it, hey guys, hey, this is Nay. Follow me on IG, Periscope, Twitter, Spreaker, and support me on Patreon and Nay Rob on YouTube. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, comment respectfully, and subscribe. Finally, don't forget to hit that notification bell down to your right so you will be notified of all my up-and-coming videos. Now, let's talk about the Queen's Supreme Court live. Betty was doing her show live last night. Was it the 6th? I'm not sure. Well, the 6th at this place called the Truth Lounge, right? Customer service, terrible. Waitress, deplorable. But I did have a good time. Okay. So me and my wife bought tickets in advance. They were $40 a piece. We were in the VIP section. We got there about 8 o'clock. There was a line. That shit right there, I was not, that line shit, I was not happy about. Do you understand me? I have not stood in a line since I was 23 years old, and it was back in the day, back home, and I was standing in line at the Mirage to chase somebody's no good nigga around, okay? That's actually part of the reason why I stopped going to go-go's, because I was like, I'm not standing in this line bullshit. Niggas get shot standing in lines. Child, that's my mentality. That's that old DC mentality, not this new DC. Not this bullshit that I don't know what the heck is going on here. I mean, I'm like, where is we right now? But I'm talking about that old DC mentality, right? Where you just, the 80s, okay, during the crack epidemic, standing in line, and they were letting people in 5 at a time. When me and my wife got to the door, who did we see at the door? Who did I see? Because actually, my wife, she supports me in everything that I do. She knows how much I love Maddie. So, well, she knows I love Maddie, Chi, and GIO, right? I love smart people. I love smart men. I just love smart. My wife is a genius. That's why I married her. But anyway, so when we got to the door, where the young man took our tickets, and who shall I see? But bright eyes and big lips. Geo there. Now I saw my eyes went big, and I was like, I'm not gonna fan out. Okay. And I said, I'm just gonna leave you alone, but hello, right? So I progressed on into the club, not all the way in, but just a little bit in. And he came around and he gave me a hug. He said, Still, let me give you a hug. He took time to acknowledge me, right? And to come from behind, doing business, and came to acknowledge me and give me a hug and greet me, right? Y'all, I'm telling you, Geo's presence helped it, because y'all know I'm married to a white woman in a black woman's body. Do you understand me? And by the end of the night, that thing right there was ready to write letters to everybody. So then we got to the VIP section was sectioned off, and it was packed, right? But I'm glad that we got there early, because the earlier you got there, the better seats that you got in the VIP section, right? And the way that it was set up, you know how they have like the little table in the middle, and then they got like the seats around it, like shaped like a C or a U or something like that, for those people who want to smoke hookah. That hookah shit ain't for me. I don't have time for that stuff. I don't want to smoke strawberry water. I've ever drink a strawberry Fanta, but I don't want to smoke no strawberry water. And plus, on top of that, I heard that hookah shit be putting holes in people's necks. I'm not trying to look like the lady on Beetlejuice that was taking the tickets for people. Or was she the heaven, the angel, or something right back? I don't know what her job was. But what I do know is that she had a goddamn hole in her neck, and that hookah shit be putting holes in people's necks. We are in our seat, and the waitress that's coming around, she's in a section. It was only like 2 waitresses. I think that it should have been more. But a lot of times, most times, my wife had to get up and go to get whatever we needed, because, my waitress was despicable. I'll elaborate on that later, but the young lady was deplorable. Her behavior was deplorable. But when you don't have no job and you don't clock in nowhere, and you ain't got nothing to lose, and there ain't nothing but, space and opportunity for somebody who don't have nothing to lose. Facts. I don't work nowhere. I got up and went to the bathroom, right? I seen Chi. I was elated, but I couldn't get Chi's attention because he was everywhere. But when I went to the bathroom, I ran into Chi. And I was so mad, because, not mad, but I just wish I just had more time with Chi. So anyway, I said, I got to go to the bathroom. I got to pee. So I'm walking towards the woman's bathroom. And then it's like the security guard was like, yeah, I think I can let you in there. And I said, okay, but what's the problem? Why we can't go in there? What's going on? Went to the bathroom, and I seen this big, juicy, like, lady at the mirror, right? And it was this man, her gay, or her gay friend or whatever, or her stylist, whatever it was in there with her, right? And when I went in the bathroom and I came out, I was like, oh, I gotta wash my hands. I can't go back out there with pissy hands. So I'm washing my hands and I look over and it was friggin' Tiffany Pollard. Y'all, I swear to God, I just wanted to squeeze her titties. I just wanted to be like honk honk. I just wanted to like squeeze her, I swear, and kiss her in the mouth. I swear, like her lips are so like big and juicy. And you know what? She's taller than what you, or it could have been the heels, but she was definitely tall. I had on flats. I was five, and I'm 5'7", and she was definitely taller than me. So it could have been like the heels, but she was so sweet to me. And it was like I was just looking at her because I love New York. I love her because she was like the underdog on the show. And I believe it was because at the time she wasn't thick like how Delicious was. And me being a slim girl at one time myself, I know what it's like to be overlooked because you're smaller. Like her personality, is Tiffany Pollard a Leo? But her personality is big and it is beautiful. And she just looked at me and she was just like, "You are so pretty." And and she calling me pretty, and I'm looking at her going, "I just want to squeeze your titties and kiss you in the mouth." So then, I go back out to my wife and I was like, I seen I Love New York. I was so, happy. And then we sat down, and then that's when the first performer came out. And I'm so sorry that I forgot the guy's name, but he was really good at getting the crowd hype and getting audience participation. He has music on all the different streaming channels, but he was so good, so good. He was a great performer. I'm so sorry. If I can figure out your name, I will put your name down, in the information. But he was in the comment section or something. But he was so good and he was so entertaining. And it was like he was a dual rapper and singer, right? Because he could do both, right? And let's just say the clothes that he had on was very interesting. His style was interesting. But now you can't be regular. Everything has to be interesting or weird or just what is you doing? Why do you? Then a second performer came out, and her name was Sasha Sanchez, right? She is a trans woman that is beautiful. Child, I gave her every one in my daggone pocket. You hear me? Every single one. And I ain't one of them old throw the ones on the lady and make it rain. No, I'm not making shit rain. Come here. Let me put it in your bikini string. I want to say about 10:15, 10:30, Maddie came out. Y'all, I'm going to upload a video. If I can't put it on here, then I'm going to upload a separate video so you can see like the footage of what I had. Maddie came out. Do y'all know who Charo is? Maddie came out in this ponytail. It was so long and luxury. It was sweeping over that big old juicy butt. And she had like red spandex on and it like bailed out at the bottom. When I tell you all she needed was a red flower in her hair. Ooh, her face was beautiful. I was like, oh my God. Timbe, he just had on his regular clothes and his wig. He don't be Timbe don't do nothing with his character, not a damn thing. But you know what? Last time he was on the show, he was a bit overwhelming. I don't know if he listened to people's commentary about him, but he toned down a lot. It was times that I almost forgot that he was there. I hate to say it, but he did some funny little parts like in the beginning. And Maddie, her being the lovely Libra that we are, Maddie does not leave her guests out. She always encompasses her guests in. Like, even when she have her opinion, she'd be like, "What you think, sis? What you think?" She, like, whenever there were moments where I felt like maybe Timbe was being left out, she always looked to him and included him in, so she is very warm. Let me say that. Maddie is very, very warm. I think did Timbe come out first, or did I think Maddie came out first? She introduced Timbe, and then I Love New York came out with them juicy titties, okay? And she had all her hair and her makeup done, and she, what do they call her? The reality royalty, because that's exactly what she is. And people be like, no, it was Tammy who was um, the first reality queen or princess or whatever it was, woman, female, that everybody know. Uh, I don't think that Tammy made the impact on the real world the way that Tiffany Pollard did on Flavor of Love. So let me get to the docket, right? And let me tell you what I found out. Like, what I was like, what? I damn near spit my water out. Do you hear me? They talked about the situation with Kim Kardashian and Tyson Beckford, when Kim called Tyson Beckford sus, right? And Tyson Beckford clapped back and said, your body is a mess. Tiffany Pollard said, well, you know why he said that? You know why he said that? It's because he got a little penis. Maddie was like, how you know, sis? You been there before? She said, yes, and it's little. And you know why he mad at Kim? Because he want to be Kim. I was like Maddie's this docket had more like news information, like things that you see on Instagram or the Shade Room, like let me see. Like, I think they talked about Ludacris being in Whole Foods buying groceries for his side piece. I said, what? Or his side baby mother? I said, what? I said, what? Do he have, do Ludacris have like side bitches? I mean, I'm sure he probably do, but has he been caught yet? Of stories that I thought were really interesting. They talked about a black pastor that supported Trump, right? And he had asked for his members to donate a minimum of $1,000. Okay? And they said, and then when the people started looking around at each other like, huh? $1,000. Now, keep in mind that this pastor just has like, I think he said he had like a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. I said, Jesus, to worship the Lord costs $1,000. Some members had got into a fight, child. And I'm like, why is y'all fighting for? What y'all fighting each other for? Because your checkbook? You ain't bring your checkbook? Like, why is you fighting? Why y'all ain't fighting a goddamn pastor that's asking you for all that goddamn money? Where they talked about a teacher who had returned all these school supplies that the parents had bought for cash. Okay. Now, I was shocked at that because I was like, wait a minute. Teachers be buying a lot of their own supplies, a lot for their kids. Teachers are the most underpaid. Y'all need to fix that. America, y'all need to fix that. Y'all better stop paying these teachers the least you could pay them, and they teaching your kids. You keep fucking around, they're going to teach your children the truth. I know that y'all teachers be having like, curriculums and stuff that you're supposed to teach the kids, throughout the year, whatever. They keep playing with these teachers. These teachers going to get their own curriculum and start teaching these kids the truth. A lot of audience participation, which I loved about it. That's one thing I love about it. Oh, and not to mention, it was packed in there. It was friggin' packed. Okay? But, I don't believe in getting all, cramped up and stuff. That's another reason why I don't be liking to go to clubs, because I don't do the cramped up thing. I don't do the lines, and I don't do the cramped up thing because, one, I don't want to smell your freaking breath. And two, just in case you got a fart, I don't need that fart to hit my direction. The audience participation in regards to the sentencing, I think they did that probably like 2 or 3 times. Then they do the finale thing that I love, and I want you all to tell me who you all would pick. but they had 4 male singers that needed to go, right? And one of them was Freddie Jackson. Rock with me tonight for old time's sake. Ain't that Freddie Jackson? Okay. Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross, and Keith Sweat, right? And they was like, who would go? Who has to go? And I did the same thing that I did the last time because I was like, well, let's just keep the singers and then just throw out like the fake singers. I hate to say it, but so it was Keith Sweat, I wanna, yep, I want that baby. I wanna that. He can't sing. Even when he was like, make it last forever. I can make it last forever. I just can't last forever listening to you, Keith Sweat. I love them. That whining motherfucker, I love him. But when one got to go out of the 4, Keith Sweat, you out of there. Now, this is the thing, right? So when they got to that point, that's when we left, right? And let me tell you why, okay? Truth Restaurant, I'm about to burn your ass up. So we had ordered some wings, right? Lemon pepper wings. Maddie gave them thumbs up, raving about them, right? Oh, and I forgot to tell you that everybody in VIP got those cupcakes from, I think the guy's name was Keyshawn or Kayshawn. Let me tell you, they are good. They are good. I'm telling you, I tasted it. It was like the best tasting buttercream light cake and everything. I love the cake. Like if I was to get like somebody to do like a cake for me, I would definitely do it. I would get like a cupcake cake or something like that from him. Trust me, I would definitely do it. Now I don't understand why he's selling cooked foods with food stamp. Except that people be buying Slurpees with them damn food stamp cards. But I thought that was over. But I mean, I don't know. I've never been blessed with the privilege of ever being able to have a food stamp ever. Now, I've had some opportunities in life, but that was my past. The wings, and the young lady was so disgusting with how she talked to me and my wife. Like me and my wife were shocked. Now she was snippety with everybody else, right? She was snippety with everybody else, but I guess y'all know, because I don't have nothing but space and opportunity. I ain't got no job, no 9 to 5 to check into, so I ain't got nothing to lose. And the worst thing you can do is fuck with a bitch that ain't got nothing to lose. You dig? Because, in situations, it's going to be what it's going to be. My wife want to write a letter. I want to pull your face off. Me and her do things a little bit differently. So, because she was already upset, I was already upset. I said, you know what, babe, let's go. Because we ordered the wings and she was so nasty to us when we made our order that I was like, okay. Now, also what happened when she was coming out with some wings, and her and Maddie and everybody at the table, all the judges made crack like a little joke and was like, give me them wings, and I was like, no, don't give her my wings, because I thought the wings was for me, right? So I went out there too. I was like, don't give Maddie my wings, those my wings. She was like, these wings are not your wings. Young lady, I am not completely sane. You will get hurt. It's like, let's just go, right? So when we're walking out the door, I touched GIO's arm and was like, GIO, I had such a nice time. Do you know he took my hands and kissed my hands? Do you know that is the most beautiful thing you can do to a woman? I used to kiss my grandmother's hands because it was a semblance of admiration and undeniable love to me. And even though that was not GIO's goal to do that, to radiate those emotions to me, he was just such a frigging gentleman that I was like, oh my God, I just love this GIO. I had a very nice time. But that waitress over there was terrible. And the shit ruined my night. It didn't, not so much so where it took away from what Maddie did, but I have to admit, a lot of the time I was stewing there. I was really, really after that, we're about to step away. And I touched my wife back, and then I touched Gio. I was like, hold on, let me talk to Gio. I said, Gio, the waitress that was over there, her behavior was deplorable. And I'm like, Gio, I am not one of them petty type women that, just want to take somebody down or just ignorant type. I'm not. And he was like, I know. And I was like, Gio, listen, I do reviews. I love Maddie. The entire show I fanned out. I love the show. But that little young lady right there, I'm gonna burn her ass up. And he was like, I was like, it's nothing with Maddie, but this restaurant or this lounge is out. So anyway, he was like, Gio was like, let me try to get you half your money back. Just email me or DM me or something. And I'm like, I love the fact that, he wanted to take care of us. That's what you need. Having a team behind you, like what Gio is, that I just love Maddie more now because of my experience with Gio. Y'all, it was excellent. Remember this, the same people you meet on the way up will always be the same people you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. Have a good one. Deuce.